What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the new edition of Sports with BI, April 19th. All right. Sports with BI is in the building. Murder was good. You already know. Indra was good. I seen that Alfredo out there. You got to call your boy up when you're making those special dishes. You know what I mean? So I can get me a taste of that good old food you got over there. You ain't too far from me. All right. Hey, happy Sunday, happy fun day, Hope everybody being safe out there. Like I said, welcome to Sports with BI. We back in the building for another episode. A good episode. We don't never do wrong. We go over here. Everything is love. Shout out to all my people who listen to me. All right, good looking into I'm going to hit you up, When I see something, I'm going to hit you. You know what I mean? You already know. So, like I said, welcome to Sports with BI, the best podcast in Westchester, ESPN level podcast, sports, of course. Nothing but sports. Keep you updated on what's going on in the sports world. Hope everybody being safe out there. Denise, what's going on, Denise? How you doing? All right. Long time high school friend, Denise. How you doing, Denise? What's good? I'm good, Trying to get through it, getting through this tough times we're dealing with right now. I hope hope all y'all staying safe out there, because that's what's important, staying safe and keeping your face covered and, staying out of the public as much as you can. You already know. And that's what it is. But we got a lot to talk about today on the podcast, of course. And I just like to shout out everybody out there that's, still working out there, the nurses, the people that's helping give out food, everybody that's out in this world still working, trying to get that dollar. You definitely appreciate it and well respected. And I just want to let them know that I care and the people of the world do care about the nurses and all the hospital technicians and all the doctors that's out there doing what they're supposed to be doing. Absolutely, you too, Denise. Absolutely, you too. We've been through AMD together. You already know we did AMD. You talking about years, high school reunion type shit we on right now. You know what I mean? We talk about AMD, Jessica Tack, Sarah, this one and that one. You know how we do it. We go way back. 90s, early 90s. You know what I mean? So you already know, love is love. I appreciate the love, and I love you too. You know what I mean? Likewise. But getting into this whole thing we got going on tonight, it's a special night. They've been showing a lot of Knicks playback Knicks years. In the 90s Knicks, they've been showing a lot of that with the Knicks winning the title. I mean, the Knicks not winning. The Knicks going for the title against the Spurs. All right, the 99 Knicks, you know what I'm saying? Like, all the yesteryears when we was almost at the pinnacle of getting the title. But, Tim Duncan and the Spurs beat us with Avery Johnson. Then they got the Indiana game that Larry Johnson won. The 4-point play. They're showing all those old clips. They're showing Jordan, man. At the end of the day, Jordan killed us. And that's my segue to what I'm going to say. I love my Knicks, but we couldn't get past number 23, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. And it spurns me to this day that we couldn't get past that man. It spurns me to this day that we couldn't get past him. But that's what happened, and at the end of the day, shout out to the What Happened show. Reem, you doing your thing, Reem. What happened was crazy last night. I see a little clip of my man Mikey talking that craziness. I don't know what's going on out there, but what happened? Also, shout out to my cousin Mike. Sports with BI podcast is sponsored by M3 Apparel. Get your M3 Apparel, M3 Apparel, Millionaire Mindset. You already know. Urban MP Apparel, where get your spring collection going down. All right. Check out my cousin Mike. He got you. You don't even got to worry about it. He got you. DM him or make your order. He gonna take care of you. He let you know what's jumping. But getting back into this whole situation with this last dance that's coming on at 9 o'clock tonight. I hope all y'all tuning in. For all y'all sports enthusiasts like me, Sports with BI, I hope y'all tuning in to the last dance. All right, the 10-part documentary series takes an in-depth look at the Chicago Bulls dynasty through the lens of the final championship season in 1997-98 season. 1997-98 season. All right. Excuse me, y'all. I ain't got no Rona now. Excuse me. I just coughing a little bit. The Bulls allowed the NBA entertainment crew to follow the team around for the entire season, and some of the never-seen-before footage will be featured in this documentary, which is crazy right now. All right. In addition, ESPN spoke to more than 100 people close to the team and personalities who experienced the run, exploring all the angles of the Jordan phenom. All right, so basically, they had the NBA entertainment cameras for that last season because they know that was why they call it the last dance. This was going to be the last season for the Chicago Bulls, and they won the sixth chip. They won the title. And it's going to be a hell of a documentary, 10-part series starting tonight at 9 o'clock. Hope y'all tune in. Like I said, Jordan killed this, man. Jordan was a beast, man. And it was crazy what he did. Every time we came up against him, we just couldn't knock down that barrier, man. We just couldn't beat him, man. And it hurts me to this day, man. I had to live with that pain for the rest of my life, knowing that Michael Jordan was out there doing his numbers on us, and we didn't have a clue. We just couldn't beat him. Starks couldn't hold him. Mason couldn't hold him. We put the locksmith Anthony Mason on Jordan, no good. Starks on him, no good. Derek Harper on him, no good. Chris Childs on him, no good. Chris Childs and him almost had a fight. Chris Childs fought Kobe for a good one. He swung on Kobe. Whatever. God rest Kobe. God rest Kobe. You know what I mean? 24-8. God rest Kobe and Gigi. But man, he took a swing at Kobe, man. He was scared of Kobe. And he was about to bust Jordan up. He should have punched Jordan in the face too. Shit, would have made me feel a little bit better after the whipping they was giving us. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have been mad at that, but it is what it is. And Jordan got the titles and we don't have any, and he was the main reason why we don't have any chips. Besides, when we had a chance with the Rockets and we blew that. Drew, what's going on, Drew? All right? And we blew that. So, the Knicks is going to be the Knicks. I'm still a Knicks fan forever. Of course, you see I'm a Florida State Seminole fan. We ain't been doing too good. My man Charlie Ward was on them Knicks teams. We got scraped up, man. And, make sure y'all take a look at that documentary tonight, though. That 10-part documentary. All right? The last dance. It's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be a good watch. So make y'all tune in, man, and definitely press record. Record that, cause it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Even though I'm not a Bulls fan, it's still gonna be good. They're going. I know the Knicks is gonna be in it somehow, some way. They gotta be in it, cause that was our arch rival. The Bulls was our arch rival. So the only time we really beat the Bulls in the playoffs is when Jordan retired and Scottie Pippen was the head of the. He was the main clog. That's the only time we beat the Bulls. But, it's going to be a good watch, so check it out. And, that's a little bit on Chicago in the Last Dance documentary. Really going to be a good watch, like I said. But getting back to this NBA news and notes, I got some matchups for y'all. Charles Smith, what you say? Drew, Charles Smith. Yeah, man. Yeah, Charles Smith missed that layup. That was a big one. That Charles Smith missed layup and that Ewing finger roll. That was the two plays in our history that just damned us. Couldn't get no further than that. After that happened, it was like the two chances we had in San Antonio, of course. Remember, San Antonio, we had home court advantage in the finals. No matter of fact, no. Actually, San Antonio's got us out of there quick. We lost at home, but they didn't. We didn't even reach 7 games that series. That's what's crazy, man. And we were short. We didn't have all our guns though. You know what I mean? The Knicks didn't have all their players. Remember, Patrick Ewing didn't play in that San Antonio series because he was hurt, and then there was a lot of suspensions going on because of what happened. There was a lot of suspensions going on. What happened with Miami? They suspended a lot of our players. Yeah, man, that's how it always is. Whoever leaves our team, they always end up winning. That's crazy. If we would have got Metamore Peace, I wanted us to get Ron Artest. Every time we struck out on somebody or we traded somebody, yeah, it all started when Bill Cartwright went to Chicago for Charles Oakley, which ended up being a hell of a trade. Oakley was a serviceable player, but at the end of the day, we traded Cartwright for Oakley, and guess what? It happened to be good for them because Cartwright, he wasn't a bum over there. He wasn't the main guy, but he wasn't a bum. With that old funny ass shot Cartwright had, that old sidewinder shot he had. And Cartwright wasn't no bum, man. Not at all. Not at all. But, and Oakley wasn't no bum either. Oakley was a serviceable player for us, but we just couldn't do it with the Warrior, man. We tried to get it with the Warrior, and it didn't happen, man. That's something we got to live with, man. But getting back into this NBA news, the playoffs are supposed to start on Saturday. Yeah, him and Luke Longley, bum Luke Longley, they subbed each other out. Him and bum Luke Longley, they both was alright. He was a bum in New York, yeah, but then Phil Jackson coached him up to be what he's supposed to be. Just be a rebounder and make a shot here and there. A pick and roll, whatever. That's what that was. But the NBA playoffs were supposed to start this weekend. And it didn't. And, it's crazy. It's crazy. And the whole thing about this is, I got a couple of news and notes on the NBA I want to get into real quick. And Adam Silver, he got it's still too much uncertainty for a clear path to when the NBA will return. And that's what Adam Silver's saying. The commissioner of the league is still a little bit uncertainty until when the NBA is possible, when it's a possible return. So we might end up losing this season and just starting fresh next season around Christmas time, maybe Thanksgiving. With no fans. The NFL, no fans. Baseball, no fans. So all the people out there like me that want to go always like attending games, we probably won't be attending the game until 2021. And that's a fact. That's a sports will be our Snapple fact right there. We won't be, people like me and other people out there that's listening might not be on my eye right now. But I guarantee you, I got a lot of watchers after the fact because people do tune in after the fact. They do tune in. As far as getting paid, we're going to get into that, Drew. I just want to break down. Matter of fact, I can get into that right now. I can actually get into that right now. I can skip the playoff format for a second, and I can get into that right now. NBA players will receive 25% less in their paychecks starting May 15th. Players will receive a full paycheck the 1st of May. So the beginning of next month, they will receive a full check. After that, it will be 25% less they will be receiving on their check due to the fact of the matter that they're not playing right now. Okay, so this is going to be their last full check until they start actually playing games again. May 1st will be the last full check for all NBA players. And then after that, it's 25%. And the only reason is that because there's no revenue going on. Okay? If there's no games being played, it's like severance pay. Basically, they still playing them. And they not playing. But but the owners still they got to cut back because they losing money. So they're gonna take 25% of the players' checks after May 1st. Okay, so they get paid the 1st to the 15th. So that's what it is. All right. NBA players get paid twice a month. We already discussed that in the last Sports with BI episodes. About how NBA players get paid, how NFL players get paid. This is a little insight of people that want to it's just content and understanding of how these guys get paid and when they get paid and just a little content. I know a lot of people don't care because they're millionaires, but it's just something that, as a person that's in the sports, that's something that you have to know, something that you need to know, just because if you're dealing with this type of industry, you should know these type of things, and that's it. So, but they will definitely be getting paid 25% less starting May 15th. And that goes for everybody. Okay, so that's what it is. And like I said, the NBA playoffs supposed to start Saturday, and the Western Conference is supposed to be like this, which is going to be a lot of hell of a good matchups. The Lakers and the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, you talk about Morant versus LeBron. It's going to be a tough one. I would have gave Memphis at least one win out of that series. Then that's a 1-8 matchup. Then you got the 4-5 matchup. Who you got? Utah, OKC. OKC was having a hell of a season before the COVID-19 hit. Chris Paul and the OKC Thunder was looking real good out there, playing as a 5th seed, playing the number 4 Utah Jazz and the Joker. What'd you say, Drew? Well, Shaq got a lot of things going on in his life, so he ain't worrying about no bread. He's sitting at the boardroom at Papa John's Pizza, so he ain't worrying about no bread. Shaq been doing that for years. He always found a way to entrepreneur himself when he was playing. So that ain't no new. Shaq always been on that type of time. But Utah OKC, what a matchup that I was dying to see. It's killing me not to see these sports right now. How about Utah and OKC? Crazy. You know what I mean? Crazy matchup. Denver and Houston. The number 3 versus number 6 seeds. The 3 seed would have been Denver, 6 seed would have been Houston. Crazy series. Crazy. Who you got? Excuse me. I didn't mean the Joker versus OKC, but I mean Donovan Mitchell versus Chris Paul. All right? Gobert versus Adams. That's what I mean in that Utah OKC matchup. Crazy. Denver and Houston. Denver got the size of Joker, but Houston played small ball. Crazy matchup. The Clippers versus Dallas. That would have definitely been a scraper. Clippers would have beat Dallas. They probably would have swept Dallas. But then in the East, you got Milwaukee and Orlando. Okay, Milwaukee would have took that first round matchup easily. But then you got Miami, number 4 seed versus Indiana. Oh, that's nasty work right there. Miami versus Indiana. Remember, Indiana was having a good season before this happened, but so was Miami Heat. That would have been a real good first round series. Tuned in right now, games would have been on right now. Crazy. Boston versus Philly. The 3rd seed versus Philly would have been a 6th seed this season. After all that, Philly would have been a 6th seed against the 3rd seed Boston Celtics, Kemba Walker. Against Philly, when Embiid and Simmons was out, Simmons was hurt before the season ended. Philly, I think Boston would have got them. Then you got the number 2, Toronto. Number 2 seed, Toronto Raptors versus the Brooklyn Nets with no Kyrie and no Durant. Easy cake for Toronto. All right. Easy cake for Toronto with Lowry. And Lowry and Ibaka and the boys. Easy cake. Easy cake. I love Toronto. Toronto got a nice team. Easy. Easy. And the young African boy. Easy. They would have definitely scraped. They would have took Brooklyn out with no problem. They probably would have swept Brooklyn. Alright? So moving right along. That was the playoff format if it was to be happening. Unfortunately, we're not going to get the playoffs this year, so you're not going to be able to see that. But moving right along with this NBA news and notes, we got a little something on these high school prospects coming out. Not going to college. We're going to the G League. And this man here, Jalen Green, the number one prospect in the 2020 ESPN 100. All right, announced his intention to go to the G League on Thursday. On Friday, another top high school recruit, Isaiah Todd, a point guard, I'm a power forward, 6'9" power forward, signed to play in the G League as well. Of course, all y'all know, if y'all don't know Jalen Green, he's a 2 guard. He's a shooting guard. Isaiah Todd is a 6'9" power forward that's supposed to go to, he committed to Michigan. But he decommitted to Michigan and signed with the G League after Jalen Green did. And I think, the whole thing about it is Jalen Green's decision to play in the NBA G League is going to change the game. It's going to change the game. And why I say that is because you got these high school guys coming out. There's no more one and dones. So what they're going to say is, so Adam Silver puts the one and done back like Garnett, Kobe. You know what I mean? Until he incorporates that one and done situation back into the NBA. For now, these high school guys said, you know what? We're not going to take the Little Bella Ball route. We're gonna go to the G League now. We're not going overseas. We're gonna go over the NBA gave them a lane to play in now. Basically, Adam Silver's smart. He gave him a lane to play in. He doesn't want the U.S. talent going all the way overseas to play for the international teams. He says, you know what I'm gonna do? You want better. I'm gonna come play in the G League developmental league, right? Come play in the G League developmental league and get coached up. And get coached up. You know what I mean? And that's what these high school guys is doing now, man. Now they got the G League. They're going to swap over to the G League instead of going to the international, taking the international way. The G League's year-long developmental program, the players will receive a salary up to $500,000, including financial incentives for playing in games, community events, attending life skill programs. Will determine Green and Todd's salaries, and whoever else joins the G League out of high school, that's what they be getting. But remember, the $500,000 that you getting is not going to equal $500,000. Why? Because there's taxes. Because you have to pay your agent. You have to pay for room and shelter, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? You're a grown man now. You're not just going to be in a hotel. The team, you have to live somewhere. So you have to pay for your rent, your food, your board, etc. So that $500,000 that everybody's propaganda that they're going to get, right? And just hear me out. Like I said, that $500,000 that you think you're going to get, they're not getting the $500,000. I just told you why. The agents, room and board, taxes. So they're going to get about $250,000. Okay? if they reach all their bonuses in their contract. The program season is 10 to 12 games against G League teams that will not count in the standings, as well as the team will be playing against international teams and so forth and so on to get their stock up to play against good competition. So it'll be international teams, G League teams that don't count in the G League teams in the G League standings, but they will be playing grown men as high school players. So basically they're going to have their own high school team of players going against the G League and international play. And they will be coached up by NBA trainers, coaches, and all of that. All right? And they will get an understanding of how the NBA is ran. They will get an understanding how the conditioning. They will get the NBA conditioning. They will get They will get a nutrition program, of course, and they will be more well suited to enter the NBA. What's going on? What's going on, Steve? You already know, family. And they will be more conditioned for the NBA game moving forward versus them going to college and getting the college experience. Now, this is going to be a big hit on. This is my question. Is this going to be a big hit on the college front? Is this going to be a big hit on the college front? That's the question. Is this going to be a big hit on the college front? That's the question. And I think that it will be a big hit on the college front. Excuse me for a minute, audience. I'm on my podcast right now. I can't talk. I don't know why you calling me. Excuse me. Excuse me, everyone. Excuse me for the interruption. Oh, man. This is just... Yeah, getting back to it. Excuse me for the interruption. It's just a simple fact that, these kids are going to be playing. They're not going to be playing in the G League. They're going to be playing in the G League. They're going to be playing in the G League and not college. So that's going to put a dimmer on the college game because a lot of guys that want to get to the NBA faster, that's good enough, is going to go to the G League instead of going to the college. And that's the point that I'm making. So I got another tidbit right here with the NBA draft. All right, so the NBA draft goes like this. Basically, it's a mock draft. So I got BI's NBA mock draft. Most likely picks and best fits. And the latest intel on, with sports with BI, as there is no level to these mock draft picks. Like, there is no order to this right now because we don't know what the NBA lottery is going to consist of due to the fact of COVID-19, and the team's overall records are definitely going to be where they stay. But at the end of the day, we don't know how they're going to conduct the lottery, how they're going to go by all of this, because we just don't know, because we don't know everything right now because it's crazy out here right now. So we just don't know what's going to be happening out here and how everything is going to, relate to, we don't know. So that's the big situation that's going on right now, is we don't really know what's going to happen out here with the NBA draft, we don't really know. But I still got some names that I want to throw at y'all, that's out there, and the team order really don't know. We don't know the team order. I'm just going by the team order for what I said. Of course, I want the Knicks to be number one, but I'm just making my own team order, and then I just go off of what the player might go to, like where he might get picked. It's just a mock draft. It's the first BI Sports with BI mock draft, so it's a little rough out there, but at least you know the names of what's going on right now. What's going on, family? All right, at least you know the names of what's going on out there right now. You know what I mean? So it's like Anthony Edwards, like the number one pick, Golden State Warriors. They already got Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. Why wouldn't they get Anthony Edwards if they was to go number one? Why they wouldn't get Anthony Edwards out with Georgia? All right, 18 years old. What's going on, Uncle Bruce? All right. Why wouldn't, just like I said, we talk about the NBA. This is Sports with BI first mock draft breakdown for the NBA. We don't know what's going to happen with COVID-19 and how the draft is going to be conducted. Of course, there's a draft. We don't know the draft order. I mean, we already have the records of the teams, and I'm just going off of what I think is going to be. It's not really set in stone. I'm just going off of of course, I would say the Knicks pick first, but I didn't put the Knicks pick in first because we know we never get first. So I just went off the top of my head and just kind of figure out how this might happen. So like I said, I got the first pick, Golden State Warriors, because they're going to get lucky. Anthony Edwards out of Georgia, shooting guard, 18 years old, hell of a floor game. Very good pick and roll player. All right. Defense is suspect. And I'm going to leave it at that. Number 2, Cavaliers, James Wiseman out of Memphis, 19 years old. All right. You already know he's a 4-5 player. He's a 4 and a 5 mix. Very quick feet. Athleticism off the meat. Athleticism is crazy. I figure that every rookie got to work on their defense. Instead of one player that I have in here that has good defensive skills, and I'm gonna get to that. But Wiseman's a good player with good hops. Pick and roll player, obviously. Still has to work on it. Has good footwork, but doesn't have a go-to move. Something comparable to Obi Toppin that doesn't have the go-to move just yet. Has to work on his footwork. Has to work on his low post game. All right? Moving right along. Isaac Okoro, Auburn, a guard forward, age 19. That's a 3-and-D player right there. 3-and-D means, you can stick him at the 3 and he going to play some D. All right? 19 years of age, a forward. So, you can stick him in. He's a plug-in player. So, basically, he's not going to be an all-star rookie, but he's going to be part of the rotation. Obviously, he definitely will be part of the rotation. If you watch college basketball, you know who I'm talking about. The Timberwolves, LaMelo Ball, overseas player, Iguara. You know what I mean? He played overseas. He's 18 years old. Of course, LaMelo got the total package, but he has to work on his defense, obviously, because his offense is there, but his defense is not. And he's more of a combo guard, a point guard and a shooting guard built into his body. Of course, me, personally, I want the Knicks to get LaMelo Ball because we need a pacemaker out there. We need somebody who's going to push that ball up the court, shoot the ball, but at the same time be able to pass. So LaMelo Ball will be a perfect pick for the Knicks. Obviously, I got him 4. I say 4 to the Timberwolves just because I don't want to jinx my team, and that's what it is. What's going on, K Battle? What's up, baby? Obviously, I want LaMelo Ball to play for the Knicks, but this is just BI's mock draft, so that's what we're going off of. The Pistons. This is a hard name to say. It's Onakai Okawama. Onakai Okawama, UFC forward center, age 19 to the Pistons. He's defense, all right? He got the little offense, little hook shot, whatever, but this kid's straight defense from USC, forward center, very fast, a pick and roll player, a center from USC, and he's only 19 years old, like all these kids are young. Obi Toppin is the oldest at 22 years old. Okay, in the draft, as far as I see. Uncle Bruce. I mean, you want Anthony Edwards. So my thing is, Anthony Edwards gonna have to set the table. That's what I'm saying. You know, Anthony Edwards likes to shoot. He likes to shoot threes. He's kind of like LaMelo a little bit, but neither one of them play defense. Okay, so you ain't got to worry about that. But you would say who was more consistent on making a shot? Who's the better shot maker who's the better shot maker when it's time to make a shot? Like, you know, who's smarter in making their shots? Like, when they know when to make their shot, like where they take their shots out on the floor. That's what matters. When they take their shots. Not worrying about making them, but when they take them in the flow of the offense and how to get other guys involved. So Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, I wouldn't argue with neither one of those guys. I'll take either one of them. I think LaMelo got a little bit more shake to him now. That's all I gotta say. I think LaMelo got a little bit more, you know, got that little fancy up in him. That's the only thing I would say with that. The Knicks. Denai Abadiji, Malakim Tavid, Maccabi Tavid, age 19. So you know about this kid. He's like a forward. He's like a shooting guard forward. Pretty good. Very, very lackadaisical at times on the floor. Very lackadaisical at times on the floor. Coming out of Maccabi Tel Aviv. He's a good player. And go ahead, babe. You messed my recording. I'll get to you later. I was recording. I told you I was about to record, and you still call me. But anyway, I love you. Now what you say, Uncle Bruce? You talk about LaMelo. Well, listen. Dolan ain't gonna say nothing to LaMelo's dad because LaMelo's dad ain't running nothing over here. We got Leon Rose. We got our own problems. So if his dad want to chime in from the sidelines, to be honest with you, ain't nothing we ain't used to. We done heard chiming from the sidelines from our fans for years, and we ain't never lost a step. We ain't never, you know, all he can say is my son made the team better. Don't be saying, my son, you know, y'all don't know how to use my son. So whatever head coach that we do pick, that'll be the deciding factor on how the father reacts to LaMelo playing in the Garden. All right? That's what I figure. LaMelo coming over to us will be a beautiful thing, but we definitely don't need his dad chiming in on how to run the team because he ain't no coach. So the coach that we do pick is going to hope we get, you know, I don't know who we're going to pick. I hope it's Mark Jackson, somebody who could sit down and tell this man, shut up and mind your business. And let me coach this team and you sit on the sideline and watch. And I mean, I'll take your input, but you know, we got players, you know, we got Mitchell Robinson and RJ Barrett. That's us, those are our two centerpiece players. Therefore, there you have it. LaMelo will be an addition to the team to help those two players develop. All of them develop together because they're all young. So let's see what happens and let's see what develops into that situation. Now I got number 7, the Bulls. Obi Toppin going to the Bulls from Dayton. Power forward, age 22. Obi Toppin, the product of Sing Sing Ossining High School. All right? The Ossining Indians high school team. Played with A.J. Stokely. Wasn't the top man, but he went to a private school, high school, got his skills up. Went to Dayton, did his numbers. Amari Stoudemire, prototype player. if he come land, if the Knicks land him, if we get Obi, I wouldn't be mad. Don't play no defense. Got to learn how to play defense like all the rookies do. He likes shooting the 3-pointer too, and he'll dunk on you too. You know, he got the left the athleticism is off the meat rack. So you already know. And number 9 is Precious Alawanda from Memphis. Another defensive player, 20 years old, another defensive player from Memphis. If you watch the Memphis games, Penny Hardaway's team, he's very defensive-minded player. You know, and you stick him in there to play some defense, and you see what happened. The Wizards is Tyrese Halliburton from Iowa State, point guard, 20 years old. Another player that's, is a scorer. And he was talented to come to the Knicks, too. The Knicks, a lot of people, shout out to CP, Jay Ellis from Knicks Fan TV. They talk about Halliburton before. They had a special on Halliburton and how he would fit into our scheme and everything else. And, Halliburton's a good player. He's a shooter. But, we got, is he going to blend in with R.J. Barrett? Because R.J. Barrett's going to be featured. So, if we end up getting Halliburton, we got to figure out how we're going to use him. Because he's not a point guard. I mean, he's a point guard, but he likes to shoot. Like all these guys. Then I got my consensus favorites. Tyrese Maxey from Kentucky. Shooting guard, point guard, age 19. And, of course, I got Cole Anthony from North Carolina. Greg Anthony's son. Point guard, shooting guard, 19 years old. Now, both of these guys do basically the same thing. And Maxey's a hell of a player, and so is Anthony. So let's see what happens on that note, man. The draft is long away. We don't know what's going to happen, but let's see what happens. Like Reem said, what happened? We're going to see what happened. And that's what it is. All right? Now, we got some NFL news and notes, of course. We can't go nowhere we can't leave this show without NFL news and notes. And it goes a little something like this. You already know the NFL draft is April 23rd through the 25th. All right? So I got the 2020 NFL mock draft 4.0 from yours truly, Mel Kiper, a guru in the business. Mel Kiper been doing it for years. And I got his 4.0 right here. Number 1, round 1. Here we go. The Bengals, Joe Burrow, quarterback LSU. You already know he's going first. Number 2, the Redskins, Chase Young, defensive in Ohio State. You already know he's going second. The Lions, Jeff Okuda, cornerback, Ohio State. Man-to-man cornerback. Hell of a player. The Giants, here we go. This is my sticking point. Because I don't want the Giants. I love Isaiah Simmons, outside linebacker, Clemson. Smart player. Listen to the last Sports with B.I. Broke down what he can do. Jumps off the tape. He could play down lineman. He could play defensive end. He could play linebacker. And he could play safety. You can plug him in a lot of different places and just you have the game plan for this guy. But I still want Tristan Wirfs, offensive tackle from Ohio, man. From Iowa. The Iowa Hawkeyes. I can't get that off my mind, man. I want linemen. We need hogs, man. But Mel still got Isaiah Simmons going for the Clemson. Then of course the Dolphins going back and forth with Tua. But they got the Dolphins picking Justin Herbert from Oregon. All right? Then they got the Chargers 6 after that, picking Tua Tagovailoa, or quarterback Alabama. Now you can flip-flop that pick, whatever. Is Miami going to pick Tua? And the Chargers going to pick Herbert? That's a flip-flop fix, right? That's a flip-flop deal right there. So you don't know what you're going to get out of that. The Panthers picked Derrick Brown, defensive tackle from Auburn. Then they got 8th. The Cardinals picking Tristan Wirfs, who I want to go to the Cardinals, offensive tackle, Iowa. No. I don't want that. I want the Giants to fix that offensive line. We're going to get into that. The Jaguars picking Jerry Jeudy, wide receiver, Alabama. Whew. Jerry Jeudy. The Jaguars, he going to be tight. The Browns pick Mekhi Beckham, offensive lineman, offensive tackle, Louisville. I heard there was some flags going on with Beckham, man. I heard he had some flags in his testing at the combine. Let's see what happens if that drops his draft stock. And then I got a lot of, that's number 10, Mekhi Beckham. That's the 10 people I got. I got a couple of question marks. So, like, I love Jalen Hurts. And my sleeper teams are Pittsburgh and New England for now. That's what I say. And where do you think Jordan Love is going to go? The talented quarterback out of Utah State. Have talked about him extensively in my last podcast about talent that's out there. That has to be top 10 talent for the NFL. But just out there, get the pick of the litter of good players. Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love. Where are these guys going to end up going? Where's Cam Newton going to end up going? Is he going to go to Jacksonville? Is he going to go to the Chargers? Who knows? You know, I talked about these guys, man. I talked about these free agents, Cam Newton, Jameis Winston, Pittsburgh. Who knows? COVID-19 is screwing up a lot of this. A lot of these guys going to teams and getting and seeing them in person. It's slowing down the process, man. And you know, that's what it is, and that's what's going to be. All right, so everybody out there, the NFL draft is coming up next week. Watch that. What's going on, Dawn? How you doing, Dawn? Hey. The NFL draft is coming up next week. The WNBA draft was last week. You know, we got the girl from Oregon, Liberty. That was a good pick. First pick of the draft. Spinny Spin, what's going on? Spinny 5000, what's up? Thanks for tuning in to Sports to Be Out. What's up, Spinny Spin? You about to wrap it up. We've been on for about an hour or two, man. Bone, what's up, Bone? Damn, Bone, I missed you, baby. We about to wrap it up. We've been on for about an hour, man. I miss you, baby. You know what I'm saying, my dude? You know, we talk about all of this NBA mock draft and NFL mock draft, and, you know, we getting into all of that, man. We done did a lot today. We covered everything. Last Dance, Michael Jordan. 9 o'clock, you already know. There's a lot of things going on, man. A lot of things to talk about, man, in the sports world, man. Baseball, playing without no fans. There's going to be no fans in the stands for at least till 2021. And that's what it is. So, ain't nothing you can do about it. You know, you got to stay safe out there, man. We talked about, you know, Jalen Green and Isaiah Todd, the players that's coming out. All right, Jalen Green, what's up, Pat? Jalen Green, Isaiah Todd, the high school players that's coming out, going straight to the G League out of high school, changing the game. No longer, these kids are going to go to the G League first before they go to college. All right? They're going to be getting $500,000 pay, cut down to $250,000 what their salary is, with the bonuses, due to the fact that, you know, if you make $500,000, you know, you ain't gonna get $500,000. You know, they're gonna cut that with taxes, agent fees, room and board. So, you know, so that $500,000 look good, but they ain't only gonna get about $250,000 of that. So, you know, it's something to keep an eye on. You know, that's changing the game. These high school players going straight to the G League, that's going to change the game. Because, like I said, LaMelo Ball, a few other guys went overseas. That's not going to happen no more after this season. And when the ball start rolling, these guys going to go to the G League. They're going to get their G League stat. They're going to do what they're supposed to do in this G League. And they're going to go right to the league from the G League. They're already underneath the NBA's eye. So there's no reason to go overseas. They can do everything right over here. And, that's what it is. That's a recap for the show with Sports with B.I. I love y'all out there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting the podcast. Rest in peace to all the deceased out there. My grandma Boyd, my Uncle Harry, my grandfather Pink, my cousin Robbie, G Money, I love you. You already know G, always in my heart. On another day, I don't never think about you, G Money. I love you. My Aunt Ermine, my Aunt Ernestine, love y'all. All the deceased that's gone, you know what I mean? Jay Bugs, Tyra, Nene. Gotta get shout out, you gotta give respect to the deceased, brother. It's a day, it's a lot of shit, it's a lot of things going on out here right now. Everybody gotta stay fit up. You gotta stay safe out here, man, because, it's crazy out here, man. People dropping like flies, man. So y'all gotta pay attention. Be real with yourself and be aware of what's going on out there. Stay safe out there with your gloves, your mask, whatever you gotta do. Be safe. All right? Stay home. It's Sports with B.I. Tune in again. I'll see y'all next week, man. After the draft, we'll have all the draft analysis, all the draft picks of who went where. The Giants, make sure y'all get 2 linemen. Then start fixing that defense. Let's go. Everybody out there, I love y'all. Love is life. Remember that. Peace. You can always check BI, Sports with BI podcast on Apple iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, YouTube channel, B.I. Wells. All right, that's my YouTube channel. Press that thumbs up and subscribe. I keep telling y'all that every week, but I don't never see no new subscribers. That's all right though, because when I get done with this, and I be on that television, when I went on that television screen when all this COVID-19's over, y'all gonna understand what it is. You know what I mean? That the person that one eye in the sky is always watching, man. Never forget that. I learned that from Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan said, don't never, ever give up on your dreams and don't worry about who watching you, because somebody watching out there that you don't even know watching you. All right? So I don't need 50 views on my joint. That's all right. My body of work speaks for itself. And that's what Sports with B.I. got to say. You heard? So I love y'all out there. Peace and love. See y'all after the draft. And we're going to talk about this documentary with Michael Jordan, The Last Dance. We're going to get into all of that, man, next week, man. Peace, love. Stay safe out there.